konnichiwa, hello, hola, como está?
I didn't have any language.
Wagwan. There you go. That's your one.
Yeah. Wow. Hello.
Welcome back. How are you, Saskia?
Yeah. Can't complain.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna leave it.
Yeah.
You're looking nice and orangey today.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm more cozied up because
I'm
it's
like
still
summer
cold.
and you're like winter.
Yeah,
What it actually is.
but it's quite warm in here, so I might have messed up. So if I start sweating, people don't judge me.
No judgments made.
But okay, we can get into it today.
Yeah.
We had a lovely viewer of ours send us a topic in. Thank you guys. I like it when you guys send us topics. Send us more topics because it's funny to talk about your problems.
It's funny to talk about what you know and we don't.
But no, please send us some more things you want us to discuss because it is fun anyway. But yes, Mr. XYZ sent us in saying, I got a topic for you. Discuss this. All three of my last exes said they didn't want anything serious with me, but are all getting married right now. A real life good luck, Chuck.
Right.
So short and sweet, but yes.
That's deep.
So we can we can talk about how your exes end up making quicker decisions with someone else.
Yeah.
So we can first of all, let's go into the story.
Okay.
What the hell happened? What do you think happened?
First of all, they're all exes.
Right.
Like actual exes.
Yes. What? Yes. According to
the
the
words.
terminology given.
Yeah. Like it's not just like, you know, when you're like, oh, I was dating this person, but they didn't really like, they didn't want to commit official. And then they committed somewhere else. No, they were your ex. So they already committed to you. Technically.
Right.
In some way, shape or form.
Right. But all three of the last exes.
They didn't like you.
I didn't say that, bro. That's crazy.
Enough.
Yeah,
I bet that's anyone's gonna say that. They didn't like you enough.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it they didn't have strong enough feelings?
I just thought of the worst thing ever.
What was it?
There's one common denominator. You're the problem.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The crazy part, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's usually what I tell people too. So I'm sorry. No, okay, but obviously we don't know the in-depth and what happened in the situation. But is it they didn't have strong enough feelings, or he didn't reach certain targets, I guess, to show that full lifetime commitment? Yeah,
maybe he didn't do enough at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing enough to be, as bad as it sounds, you're doing enough to be someone's boyfriend. But not enough to be a husband.
Because that is a very big commitment.
When you think about to be honest, I think about like being married and I know a lot of people are getting married now. Like we're at that age.
There's been a few weddings.
Yeah.
I haven't been invited.
I'm waiting for a special wedding to be invited to for my first, but it's fine.
I know she's talking about too.
I just the difference is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it, and I'm like,
damn. Yeah. No, I do get it. You have to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You have to meet a lot less expectations, but you still have expectations. But to commit that wedding ring and those papers and half your money,
half your life, or your whole life even.
Yeah, it's a very big. Do women have more requirements, or do men?
I felt so directed. In terms of
to like
requirements from the other person
to meet the marriage threshold.
I feel like it can. Ooh.
Yeah,
but that's
matter,
hard because obviously I only know the requirements that I would have.
Right.
But I feel like both sides have requirements. I feel like I don't know, but this is from my brain. I feel like women's requirements are more logistical.
In what sense? What do you mean?
In a sense of like practical things, requirements.
Like you can do stuff around the house?
I need help. I need help. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's more like, okay, if I'm looking at you as the father of my kids, are you gonna be there to help me?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there to help me pay for this kid? Are you gonna help me make the cot? Are you gonna, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're like practical things.
Right.
On top of all the stuff you had as a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I guess I just don't know what yours would be. Were they kind of the same?
I mean, for me, I ain't ever getting married. I've been very vocal about this.
Damn it, it's not a wedding I can go to. Dang.
Marriage, for me, isn't a thing.
Yeah.
I feel a bigger commitment in life, this is an argument a lot of people have.
Yeah.
I feel like having kids is a bigger commitment than marriage. Some people generally don't believe that. Some people believe marriage is the utmost commitment you can have to your partner. I disagree. Because, yes, you can have kids with anybody. For sure. But for me, as someone who's not just out there slanging it around with you, the person who I settle down with the person and have kids with them. So for me, that's why it's the bigger commitment. Because, and you can say that, I can, have kids with my current missus and then go have kids elsewhere years down the line. I can do the same thing with marriage. I can get divorced and I can get married.
Yeah. I think it's because people look down on divorce more than they do leaving a parent with like a single parent.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
And I think it's to do with like marriage coming from religion.
Yeah.
Like, because it's so strict, like in certain religions, that divorce is not a thing, or it shouldn't be a thing, that the people that are having kids with a lot of people are probably not married anyway.
Yeah.
So they don't have that religious, it's bad. Anyway.
There was, I think it was last year, it was really popular. There was some podcasters, they're like that red pill community kind of thing. And it was like 3 guys and they were arguing with like 2 girls. Actually, they were mainly 2 women, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're mainly arguing with one woman and she made very good points. And the scenario was like, should the woman leave if she's being abused by the husband? One idiot was like, no, she should endure it for the sake of the children.
Who said that?
I will find the clip and I'll send it to you.
Was it the men or the women?
The men. The guy, he was an idiot. Honestly, he wasn't. Trust me, this guy's an idiot. But the woman said, the woman said, she responded by saying something along the lines of, so you don't think domestic violence is more harmful for the kids to see than a divorce? And he said, no. I thought, wow, you're an idiot.
That's crazy.
You're an idiot. You generally think it's less harmful to the child to see parents fighting. Sometimes it's not even fighting. You're seeing one wail on the other.
Yeah.
You think that's less harmful than
over just
separating and being fine, because you can separate and be very good co-parents.
Yeah, mine separated.
So I would much rather see separation than see freaking.
That's a weird mindset.
Honestly,
to have.
when I'll find the clip and I'll send it. Like that, I remember seeing it, and I was really angry watching that because he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
I've never heard Kevin say idiot so many times.
An idiot. But anyways, the requirements. I would say there are, I think, more requirements from men in terms of the woman.
Yeah.
Just because men have to do the proposal first.
Yeah.
If we
they don't have to. They're going to.
Yes,
but they don't
we don't
have
to.
to.
But most women are going to feel embarrassed if they're the ones that do it. So, and it's always like, oh, if he hasn't proposed to you by now, then he clearly
don't love you.
Yeah. Stupid stuff like that, So that's why I feel like there's probably more requirements on the male side because we have to get to that point of like, okay, yes, I want to propose to this girl.
Do you know what? It's funny though, because I don't know if I'm thinking about myself or people I know, but I feel like, yeah, maybe men do have more requirements for marriage.
Yeah.
Because in my head,
remember, this is all
this is in my head.
our own opinions.
I feel like women do it right at the beginning. So like, I'd say like, if I was talking to somebody, a woman will think way further ahead initially than a man.
Right.
So therefore, the requirements of being married don't come when you're thinking about getting married. They come before a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I feel like women have those requirements way earlier on, but men develop them. Like, yeah, a man can be with somebody, but they might not see yet that they want to marry them.
Right.
Whereas I feel like women do that already. Or they've set out, like, because obviously women, like a lot of women have dreamt about their dream wedding and all that kind of.
You don't have it planned from the get-go.
Yeah, like dreamed about the kids, dreamed about the names. Like, I've many a conversation with girls about kids' names.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing that girls do. So I feel like the idea of what the requirements are come from looking at somebody just being your boyfriend already.
Right.
Because we've looked so far ahead.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think men look that far ahead initially. So maybe that's why men have more requirements at that stage. In a weird way. That just blew in my head.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. You lot do come in a bit more aggressive off the jump.
Yeah. Facts. I'm like, where are we getting married? Today. What are we doing? Now. Yeah. And I feel like that could be why.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I feel like a guy's brain will develop those requirements and then maybe over time be like, oh no, she's not the
one.
Yeah. Like a lot of, I'm not saying everybody, but some, like, I feel like the majority, it's a development thing.
Yeah.
And women are kind of like, this is the one.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Okay. So you think our Mr. X, she had those, I don't know, let's say 10 requirements.
Yeah.
And he got to maybe 6 and it got to, I don't know, he didn't specify how many years it was, people. But let's say it was probably 3 years at a time. That's usually a good foundation for a relationship. He got to like 6 requirements out of the 10 and they probably realized, nah, he's still not hitting the remaining 4 and it doesn't look like he's ever gonna get there.
The only downfall on this story is we don't have the reason why they broke up.
True.
And I feel like that could play a huge factor and who broke up with who. Right.
But
he said my exes. He didn't say if he left them or they left him.
But he says they didn't want anything serious with me while all getting married. So they didn't want anything serious with him. So you were just a toy boy. Or boy toy. Whatever.
Whatever you want to call it.
You were slanging that thing. All right, dog, hey.
So they didn't want anything serious.
Yeah. So maybe it was a phase for all of them.
Yeah.
And, you was just Mr. Right Now. Not Mr. Right, which is...
It happens a lot, though.
Sucks.
It does happen a lot and sucks.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, because, like, people can be so temporary. Yeah. Even when it comes to friendships, though, like, you could meet someone at a certain point in your life and they're so right for you at that time. Yeah. But then you outgrow it.
Yeah. You like...
There's no time period.
You could have just been in like a down phase and then you found yourself again and you realized, we're not compatible.
Yeah. Because it even could be something as simple as you were in a bad place. And then, like, I feel like you draw to people in the same kind of state as you in a weird way. And, like, you then get out of that state, but they're still there. You can't stick around. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Something as small as that, like, in terms of the switch, just be like, well, not everyone can handle that. Yeah. So you just have to move on, which is deep.
Yeah, but it's kind of...
It's sad.
It's hurt. I can see it's hurtful. Like, 3 getting married. I don't have that. Yeah.
I don't even know how that feels.
Yeah, that. Good Lord.
Do you have any exes getting married?
Married, no.
I
But to
don't.
be fair, I've only ever, like I said, I've always only had 2 official relationships.
Yeah.
As far as I know, my first ex isn't getting married. I mean, I haven't looked into it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as girls I dated, I'm pretty sure like 1 or 2 have had kids.
Yeah. Kids, yeah.
And I could imagine that would be just as hurtful if I was if I was still attached to them like that.
Yeah.
That would probably kill me.
Whoops.
So it's hard for me to say. The only thing we can really talk about is the what was it? I got you. Hold on.
He said, I've prepared this one. My time.
Like, why do you think the partner why do you think they took their next partner more seriously?
Do you know what though? Also, I feel like if I just take it based on my own opinions on like my own relationships.
Yeah.
Whenever you move on to the next one, you've always learned something.
Right.
So for him, like it's weird, but he could have been those 3 people's first learning curve.
Ooh, yeah, that, you know what? That is a very important thing, actually.
Yeah. As much as it's not his first, he was their first.
Yeah.
So therefore, they never made, in their head, the mistakes they did with the next person and end up marrying them.
Right.
But obviously to him, it's peak because that's 3.
You know, I can relate to him on that aspect of like, they might have had shit relationship before that.
Yeah.
Before that. Then you gave them the good.
Yeah.
Helped them learn.
Yeah.
And then they just...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go have a child or whatever. Get married there. Like that, I know from personal experience is a trash feeling. Yeah. Because I was good to you. Yeah. I gave you the right aspects of life.
Yeah. It hurts.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah.
It hurts.
That one's tough.
It's a killer because you're like, I know I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So there's no one to blame.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's the hardest part because people like to put a blame on something. And if you can't blame something, it's just lingering.
There's no closure.
No, it's just a dark hole of what if.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's from persons, that hole is terrible.
Yeah, like I know that I've had exes that are like, what's it called? What do they call when you're like, not fixing them, but like, what do they call it? Oh, I forgot it. But there's a thing girls call it.
Right.
And it's like building a man, basically.
Oh, okay,
I can't remember what it's called. But like, I have been in a situation of people that I'm talking to or whatever, where I feel like I'm helping them along more than they're helping me along. Not because of we've chosen it to be that way, just because I'm like not fixed. I'm not fixed. We're definitely not fixed. But like further ahead in the journey than they are. And then you can't drag them along with you. Like I've left people behind and then they found somebody else with what I taught them.
Right.
And it's like...
It's like a 100-meter race. You're closer to the end line.
Yeah.
You let them go and now they
win
fixed
anyway.
up their form.
Yeah, because I taught them their form.
You taught them the form and now Usain Bolt.
Literally that race. And I feel like that's the burn. That's the pain.
Yeah.
Because...
like, damn, I taught you that.
Yeah.
And you want to now...
Yeah.
You want to take my gold medal?
Yeah. Or the things I like was confident enough to speak up about and say you shouldn't do that. You then never did to the next girl. And
let me...
Yeah. Click, click. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's very dependent because that's the same thing. He might have just been that person.
Yeah. Damn,
for them
bro.
free.
I ain't gonna lie, that's terrible luck.
It's terrible luck.
The likelihood of that is nuts.
The good thing is he should see that as he knows what those type of people are now.
Right.
He's had 3.
Yeah, you can learn off of that.
You can now see the signs of somebody who's in that position.
Yeah.
And just realize you're just the fixer at this point. So you should take a step back. Yeah. Because if you want it to happen number 4, do what you want.
I mean, it's fair enough if
that's what you want.
Yeah, if you're having fun just slanging it around, then
Why are we always slanging it around?
Because that's what you gotta do. You gotta just slang it
around.
put it on the table. But if you're having fun just slanging it around with no commitment, hey, by all means, brother, have your fun.
Yeah, it's horrible though.
Yeah, but like Saskia said, if you're now looking for the actual commitment and you don't want that number 4, you want number 4 to be the final, the end goal, the end boss.
It's hard though. Like, it takes a lot to be the person to step back for no reason. Like, a reason that the other person doesn't know about.
Doesn't understand,
Yeah, because like he could be in a position where he meets another person and he sees the signs, but they haven't actually done anything wrong yet.
Yeah. So now when you tell them, I feel it's because
there's no reason.
They're gonna be like, what?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, how do you take that step back? Because like I said, they've done nothing wrong. So a lot of people will wait until they do.
Right.
Because really and truly, you have no reason to leave.
But at that point,
it's hard.
You've now invested so much more time into it and feelings.
It's peak
when
again.
When they hit you with the, I don't want to be serious with you now.
It's peak again.
Yeah. And now
but it's going to be a cycle because it's going to take a while to learn that. Like, so many people can't pull back on their own.
Now I hear it.
Like,
it's not an easy job.
Yeah. But this is going back to the conversation of the friendship circle, where we was talking, like, I can't remember what episode it is, but we were talking about having like a friendship circle that will help you in that situation, like close enough for you to go to.
Yeah.
And then get that outside eye.
Yeah.
And be like, this is this.
Yeah.
What do I do? Because, you can't always pull back on your own. I have many a times, and I'm like, guys, what do I do? What do I do? Yeah, because you don't want to do what you have to do.
Yeah. Especially when you know it's going to hurt the other person.
And yourself. And that's because like you don't even know that person could turn into number 4. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You just want to hope for the best.
Yeah.
Because it could not be.
Yeah. I mean, we're saying all of this, but you never know. Like that person can have all similar signs.
Yeah.
And then end up being really good for you.
Exactly. And that's why it's so hard to pull back.
Yeah.
Because what if?
Yeah, because you start thinking of but there's the potential there. There's the potential.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I give so many people the benefit of the doubt. God. It's hard. It's hard. If they don't do anything wrong.
Why let go? Yeah, boy.
He said, yeah, boy. That's
a sticky one, man.
I
hope you were invited to the weddings.
Imagine.
Nah, I couldn't go. If I got invited,
would you go?
Hell no. Are you crazy? I'm crashing that party.
I'm
crashing out.
I think it depends who actually. But to be fair though, the question is, does he still have a relationship with these people? Probably not.
I doubt it.
Like a friendship.
I could be
probably not.
I could be cool with them in terms of like I might have you on social media. But
I don't think I'd ever go to an ex's wedding.
No.
I think it would be.
What if you had children with them? So you've got kids. You guys were like
hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So like, let's say you had kids together.
Okay.
Let's say 2, just to make it more intense.
Make it intense. Yeah. More kids.
But you guys were like high school sweethearts. You know, you had kids up until like your late 20s and stuff. And, you know, you just grew apart amicably. And you went separate ways. Really, really good times regardless. And then he's gone on, met someone else. They're serious. They're getting married. You doing it? But you two were never married. How do you feel and do you go?
How old are the kids?
If you're high school sweethearts, let's say probably one's like 10 by now and the other one's like 8.
So in theory, they can go on their own. Do you know what? Personally, I think I've been a real like advocate for asking the kids what they want.
Right.
Like, as long as they're not pushing it too far. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like, if I said to them, obviously, this is happening, they probably know already. If they wanted me to be there with them, I would do it.
But if they say, I
I'd
don't
be
care.
holding my tongue so hard. But for the kids,
Yeah.
if they wanted me to be there and they like, I could feel they needed me to be there,
Yeah.
then I'd be there. If they didn't, what?
Have a nice day.
It's just a day out for you.
Enjoy the day.
Yeah, it's just come back tomorrow.
Eat all the cake you can.
Misbehave. Do what you have to do. Do you know what I mean?
So
like,
you would
I wouldn't need to be there.
but you'd also
would
feel a
support
type of
it.
way though.
Yeah, if you were never married to that person, you would always feel like a woman would always feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Like
I hear it.
even now, like I have friendships with some of my exes. Not like hangout friendships.
Yeah.
But like if I see them, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like if we message each other about like on Instagram about something that's come up.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I can still reply to you, it's not that deep. But the minute like if I see you in my face with somebody new, I'm just gonna stay for that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not my place to be here now.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna do something.
Yeah.
As much as I don't care, like you do. Somewhere deep
For
down.
sure. Yeah.
Like it's nothing I would ever like act upon.
Because you were together for so long as
Yeah.
well, and
Like
went through so much.
Yeah.
And then,
Because it's going back to that. It's going back to that. What did I do wrong? Or what if?
Yeah.
Kind of vibe, and you're always gonna question.
Like that should
Was
be
I?
us.
Yeah. Which is always gonna be in the back of your head. So it's better to just stay over there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I had a similar situation many, many years ago.
Yeah.
She wasn't my ex because we only dated, but we dated for a few months.
Yeah.
And then I think I've told you the story, and all of a sudden she just got into a relationship with someone else.
No.
Oh, well, I'll tell you the story afterwards. But yeah, we dated for a little while. And then all of a sudden she just started talking to someone else without ever giving me I just don't think it's working out at the moment. Just slowly.
Just keeping her doors open.
Yeah. Slowly went over there. Ended up in a relationship. The only reason I know this guy's chat is because I've seen it on social media.
Yeesh.
Yeah, Snapchat. I look at the snap and I'm like,
Wait a minute. Something's wrong here.
Yeah. I remember, I can't remember, I was working somewhere, but I was doing invigilating at the school.
Yes.
So there was like, our friends were still working there. And I remember telling one of our friends, like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. Something feels off.
And when something feels off, it's always off.
And like she was telling me, nah, you're probably just overthinking it. It's fine. So I was like, nah, I know something feels off. And that's when eventually like the snaps started becoming like, I don't know.
She got confident in the other side.
Yeah. And it's like, that pissed me off because, like I said before, I was good to you. Like I didn't do anything bad. Like you could have just been open with me about it. Would it still have hurt if you were open?
Yeah.
Yes. Would it have hurt less?
Yes.
But to push me aside like that, yeah, hell yeah. We even had like a closure talk months later because we were at a party together. It was the party I told you about when I got into a scrap with like 4 or 5 different security guards.
Yes. Naughty boy.
Yes. We had like we spoke, like we sat down outside and we just spoke, and I was open and honest with her of like, yeah, that shit hurt because I liked you.
Yeah.
I technically still do like you because there was never any closure.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that hurt, and she was very apologetic, and like the talk was good. But then I think her birthday was like maybe a month after that, and she invited me to the party. I said no.
I don't need to be here.
I don't need to be here. I don't want to go there.
No, what a throwback. Yeah, we should put a clip in.
We should never go there.
We did choreo to that.
We did. But we only dated for a few months. But in those months, we got very close and we spoke a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was just a thing that happened. Like, we got close. So then to get dashed aside like that was hard. And then you want me to then be at the party where your new man is with you. And you two are going to be hugging and kissing together.
That is such a girl thing to do, though. No
She's-
guy would ever do that.
Hell no.
Yeah,
like,
that's such a girl
I
thing
got
to do.
where she came from.
Yeah.
I think, I can't remember how the text went. She's like, oh, like I'm inviting everyone. I'd feel bad if like you were left out and blah, blah, blah. And like, I was very open. Like, I appreciate the invite, but
I'm not coming.
No, it wouldn't be a wise idea for me
Yeah.
to be there, especially at that time. I was like I said, I was fighting like 5 different
He's
people.
already tried to fight back.
Yeah, like who knows what the hell's gonna happen?
We don't need that. Yeah, we don't need
Who
that.
the hell knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So yeah, like, so in a sense, I had a similar situation. Obviously,
Yeah.
it wasn't a damn wedding, but yeah, I couldn't do it. To be in the vicinity of seeing you lovey-dovey with the next person when
So
we
you're not
history.
going to the wedding then?
Absolutely
Not with the kids?
not. No. The only time I might go, right,
Okay.
is if I became like Tom Brady level. You know,
I'm coming.
Yeah, like
I'm pulling up.
I'm Tom Brady. I'm Michael Jordan. Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up.
exactly.
I'm pulling up. No, but that's pulling up out of pettiness.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up.
flexing.
Yeah, flexing.
Coming up to the
With
wedding
the kids.
With the kids, and they're gonna
Everyone's
realize
gonna be like, "That's your ex."
that's your
Damn.
yeah. I'm like, yeah,
flexing.
that's me. Yeah, how you
Flexing.
doing? Yes,
And
ma'am.
if there's a dress code, I'm gonna wear the opposite.
Yeah, I'm wearing all white.
Yeah.
If
flex
you
it.
want me to wear all
Flex
black,
it.
I'm wearing
I wear all white. Flex it.
You want me to
Absolutely.
wear blue?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
I'm wearing green.
Yeah. Flex it. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if I'm on that level,
Yeah.
like frame of mind becomes crazy. Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be there.
He's coming to all your weddings.
Best believe I will be there. I'm
Open bar?
stealing the show.
Open bar, I'm coming. I'm coming. Facts though, if there's an open bar, I'm just gonna go anyway.
Yeah, thanks. Why
Let's
not?
go for the second part.
Are you paying for this? Oh,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I'm invited. Shit. I'm just not coming to the wedding part. I'll come to the
No,
after
yeah,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, that's vibes.
I'm telling
Imagine.
you,
Yeah,
we
no.
need to get to that level. So when we
Yeah,
pull up,
yeah.
it's no longer their
That
wedding.
is so petty.
It's our event.
It's so petty. I'll be having signatures and everything ready.
Facts.
Like,
Signing
queue
autographs.
up. Can we just bring our own table? See,
Thank you for coming.
This is what I'm saying.
Thank you for coming.
if I wanted to be as petty as I could go, I could do it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm on
I'm with
it.
you. Yeah, I'm with
I tell
you. I'm with you.
I have to be that Michael Jordan.
That
level
is so
of-
funny.
There
We'll be
you
like,
go.
yeah.
Signing autographs. Thank you for coming.
I bought my own table and pen.
Yeah. And I'm taking pictures.
Yeah. Do you want me to sign
Your
your wedding
photographer
dress?
is taking
Yeah.
pictures of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nah, peak. I'd be uninvited so quick. Like the thought of the other person knowing how petty I was, they just wouldn't invite me.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your own
good.
benefit.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Oh, poor exes. Don't invite us.
Yeah, don't.
So I'm saying.
Don't. You don't want me. Invite me to your birthday. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'll walk in and be like, that's Kevin. That's Saskia. What you running over? Hey,
What a
forget your
party.
birthday.
What a party that would be. Yeah,
It's
crazy.
my event now.
Facts, that's the only
Thank
way,
you
yeah.
for paying for it.
Yeah. You kind of changed my mindset of wanting to go with the kids now.
I'll tell you, that's why we need to get
Yeah.
to that
Do I want to
standard.
go with the kids? Not anymore. Yeah, it's peak. Okay, so connected with that.
Yeah.
Speaking about like exes and obviously moving on to the next person, as if it's some kind of game. Speaking about those past girls.
Yeah.
So for example, let's connect it to that story. So obviously he had his 3 exes, they're all getting married. He now has the next girl he's talking to, whatever. How is he gonna mention that?
It's a good question.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're not gonna say all my exes are getting married and not to me. But like, do those conversations come up with somebody else? Like,
I think how long into this next thing were we talking? Because if you're saying this shit off the bat,
nah, not off the bat. You definitely have to get to know somebody a little bit more.
If you're doing shit like that off the bat, I know you ain't
a
slaying
little
nothing.
bit.
You ain't slaying. You ain't got no game. So
Few months in, you really got to know each other. Like, you spent a lot of time
talking.
with us, each other. You're talking, like, yeah.
I don't see why not. I don't really mention past relationships too much anyway. But if like you're inquiring about you know, my past and stuff, I would be open about it.
Yeah.
And just you don't have to be like really in depth about it. You could just say, yeah, you know, I had a few serious relationships,
Yeah.
but they didn't end up going anywhere, and they just, they get married, and I might be where I want to be.
Oh my gosh, sorry, I just got a random
Damn.
I
Okay.
sat up. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a hypothetical. But what if you were seeing this girl, and she like tells you obviously about her past relationship or her latest one.
Yeah.
That was probably not like recent, but it was recent enough. It was her last relationship. And she was engaged or like about to be engaged with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Does that affect how you see her?
No.
Because I feel like there are some people that are like, oh, you've already, like, it's like people meeting somebody who already been married.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Kind of like.
No, I don't think it does, because one, our age, for example, like a lot of people have gone through stuff now. People would have somehow already been divorced.
Yeah.
Some people would have come out of an engagement. Some people already have kids.
Yeah.
So for us to, I mean, the kid stuff, like I've always said, I can't be committed to someone who already has kids, and I don't.
Yeah.
So you take that one out of the way.
Yeah.
But the marriage and engagement stuff, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Because it's just, but you were just in a relationship.
Yeah.
Really. It just, there was a bit more seriousness behind it. But at the end of the day, it's just a relationship. You obviously have to factor in, one, how long it's been since they last called it off.
Yeah. What if would it change based on whether she got proposed to or she proposed to them?
I don't think it changes. I don't think it changes, but maybe it could be different if she proposed.
Yeah. Because
it shows she was really, really committed to it.
And if she hasn't been with anybody since, has she really lost that yet? Do you know what I mean? Like.
But then it also depends who called it off afterwards. Is she the one that called it off, or did he call it off? Because if she's the one that called it off,
so many scenarios.
Yeah. So let's say she's called it off, then
Yeah, different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
You already disconnected.
Yeah.
Beforehand, anyway.
Yeah.
And then your official end date isn't really when it ended in your mind. Or in your heart for most.
I'd feel like it's like, I'd have to make sure that emotional connection was far over.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if I started dating somebody who had recently proposed to their ex, but the ex said no.
Oh, if they said no.
If they say no, like I feel like.
That's even worse,
Yeah. I feel like you were so far in that.
Yeah. Now, if it was a case of they asked and they said no, like, so the girl asked the guy and he said no. Boy, I'm not going to have to give you a few years, bro. Come talk to me in about 2 years, not even a year, in 2 years. And then we can maybe sort something out. But, because that, one, you need to get over the embarrassment first, because I know you're going to feel embarrassed. And then two, you need to have complete closure. Yeah. Because I know you two are probably still talking.
Because that's a like, talking about your ex's story, that's quite big.
Yeah.
Like, that's a hard one to say.
Yeah.
I'd struggle to tell the next person that went down.
Facts.
Unless I was fully over it.
Facts.
Years later.
But if it was, the other way around for me, if the guy proposed to her, she said no, it's not as bad. But then I also need to know you've had complete closure and you've had ample time.
Yeah.
Before we've even started talking. Because that means you lot were still pretty deep into. Yeah. I mean.
But she weren't that deep.
Yeah. But it depends. Some people propose quick as hell. And
they do, don't they? Some people get into it like in a month or two. They're in. They're like, yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I think back in the day a lot more.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
And you can see how that's worked out. People say, oh, marriages used to last a lot longer. Well, a lot of marriages were very toxic.
They weren't great marriages.
A lot of marriages had like a lot of domestic violence.
Yeah.
A lot of no compatibility. So once they get to older ages, they're miserable. And they don't really love each other anymore. And now they're just together for the sake of being together. And that is what you lot should really compare to. Don't think, oh yeah, they lasted a lot longer.
No.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of people are still very, very happy.
Oh yeah.
But you see a lot of miserable older people. So
Yeah,
do with that
crazy.
as you may.
Do what you please. Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want.
But that was an interesting topic.
Yeah. Wow.
We've unfortunately ran out of time.
We hit the time limit.
Yeah, that went very quickly.
Yeah. I didn't even really look down that much.
No, I was glancing every time the thing moves, but
yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention to the time.
Whoopsie.
But let us know what you think. I might even put this as a story just to get people's actual engagement on that and have direct responses. Because it's a very intense one.
It's a sticky story. It's a sticky story.
Mr. X, I hope you've moved forward.
Yeah.
And
hope number 4's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't shut your heart off to the next people.
Yeah, no. Because everyone's different.
Trust me.
Yeah.
But yes. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a follow, as always, at frameofmind.pod. Like, share, and subscribe, please, because we're trying to run the numbers up.
Please.
But yes, Saskia.
Love us and leave us.